Scene start. Let's bypass the standard diagnostics. The reason your relationships consistently fail to achieve stable orbit is not a lack of effort. It is a catastrophic systems engineering failure. Your strategy of loving harder is functionally equivalent to pushing an engine past its red line while ignoring a critical fuel leak. You are demanding higher performance from a structurally compromised system. The result is not liftoff. It's a controlled demolition. The problem isn't your heart. It's your hardware, your software, and your navigation systems, which are all operating on corrupted code and degraded components. Stop trying to fly a damaged craft. It's time to re-engineer it from the ground up. Fix_intro. To achieve flight readiness, we must run a full diagnostic across 3 critical axes. This is the only way to identify the core system latency that's keeping you grounded. We will use the metaphor of a hot air balloon, a simple yet powerful thermodynamic vehicle. First, we analyze the hardware. Axis 1, psychology, the hardware/nervous system. Your nervous system is the physical hardware of your vessel. It's the balloon's envelope, the very fabric holding the heated air, and the cables connecting it to the basket. Its operational integrity determines your security threshold. According to the foundational work of John Bowlby on attachment theory, early life relational data writes the base code for this hardware. If that initial coding involved inconsistent or unsafe data, what we call attachment trauma, it creates literal micro-tears in the envelope's fabric. These tears are not merely psychological, they are physiological. They cause what I call thermal leakage. The warm air of safety, connection, and intimacy, the very things that create lift, continuously escapes. So, when a new partner applies heat by increasing intimacy, your system, unable to contain the pressure, immediately hits its red line. This is emotional flooding. Your threat detection sensors go haywire, triggering a primitive safety protocol. Fight, flight, or freeze. You perceive connection as a critical danger because your hardware's structural integrity is too low to handle the operational load. It is a mechanical, not a personal, failure. Next, we must inspect the software. Axis 2. Spirituality, the software/energy frequency. Your software is your energetic signature, the frequency on which you broadcast. In our balloon model, this is the payload in your basket and the purity of your fuel. According to the law of resonance, your system can only achieve a stable connection with frequencies it is calibrated to match. Many of you are caught in what I call the gravity trap. You are carrying karmic sandbags from previous flight failures, unresolved energetic debts, ancestral patterns, and traumatic imprints from past relationships. These sandbags represent a significant karmic load. They lower your baseline frequency. You might consciously desire a high-frequency connection, but your system is broadcasting a low-frequency signal due to the impure fuel and excess weight. You cannot achieve liftoff because you are energetically too heavy. The universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. A frequency match is a non-negotiable requirement for ascension. To connect with a partner operating at a higher altitude, you must first jettison the dead weight that is keeping you tethered to the ground. This is not mysticism, it is physics. Finally, we calibrate the navigation. Axis 3. Relationships, the navigation/polarity. Your navigation system is how you steer your vessel within a relational dynamic. It is the burner valve, which controls thrust, and the airflow, which dictates direction. This system operates on the principle of polarity, the dynamic interplay of yin and yang, or masculine and feminine energies. For a relationship to generate lift, a strong magnetic differential must be maintained. This is thrust maintenance. What we often observe is polarity decay. This occurs when the two magnetic charges, the distinct energies of each partner, neutralize each other. Instead of a dynamic push and pull that creates excitement and passion, you get a homogeneous, stagnant equilibrium. The burner, the flame of passion, fizzles out. This is almost always due to a failure in communication, which is the control system for your burner valve. High-fidelity communication requires aggressive denoising, filtering out assumptions, projections, and emotional static. When this denoising process is ignored, the signal becomes corrupted. You're no longer navigating, you're just creating turbulence. The system defaults to chaos, and the flight is aborted. Now that you understand the diagnostics, We will execute 2 mission-critical flight protocols. Do not just listen. Execute these commands. Protocol 1 is diagnosis. System scanning. This is a data gathering exercise. Step 1. Isolate the last relational system failure. Identify the trigger event. What specific data input, a comment, an action, a lack of action, caused the system to malfunction? Step 2. Log the primary axis of failure. Was it a hardware issue? Did you feel unsafe and redline into a panic? Was it a software issue? Did the event trigger a familiar pattern of feeling unworthy or heavy? Or was it a navigation issue, a communication breakdown that led to polarity decay? Step 3. Quantify the output. Log your response. Did you engage the fight protocol with anger, the flight protocol with avoidance, or the freeze protocol by shutting down? Collect this data without judgment. You are an engineer observing a system. Once you have your diagnostic data, you can proceed to the next phase. Protocol 2 is recoding. Frequency recalibration. This is your standard operating procedure for system upgrades. Step 1. Isolate the corrupted code. Based on your scan, identify the single belief or pattern responsible for the failure. For example, intimacy is a threat to my system's integrity, or I carry the weight of past failures. Step 2. Input a new command. Formulate a precise, logical counterinstruction. For example, my system is now calibrated to process intimacy as a source of energy and lift. Or, I am jettisoning all non-essential payload. My operational frequency is now light and clear. Step 3. Run a simulation. Close your eyes. Visualize a future scenario identical to the trigger event. But this time, actively run the new command. Observe your system responding with the new, upgraded protocol. Feel the absence of the redline state. Feel the lightness of the jettisoned weight. Feel the clarity of the denoised communication. Step 4. Monitor for latency. Integrating new code takes time. Be patient. Continue to run the simulation daily. The latency between inputting the new command and observing its flawless execution in real time will decrease with each repetition. This is how you re-engineer your internal flight system. Your relationship failures are not a reflection of your worth. They are a reflection of a system operating outside of its design specifications. By diagnosing your hardware, recalibrating your software, and denoising your navigation, you cease being a passenger in a turbulent flight and become the pilot in command. Run the protocols. Collect the data. Re-engineer the system. Your flight is cleared for takeoff. Fixed_outro. Scene Yendi.